What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Schrishzen Thoughts, where I talk about stuff. For starters, I want to say shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to anybody new coming across this channel. Comments and feedback are always welcome. If you like what you hear, feel free to subscribe. Shout out to Christopher Mowdy. Shout out to Ken Durden, and I believe Coach AD. You guys are my three newest subscribers, so I appreciate you all for hopping on board. Today, we are going to talk about my boy A.A. Ron. He deleted a video that he made on faith. He never actually described what faith was. And it was one of the first things that I called him out on. And I found the back and forth, the small back and forth that we had after that to be very interesting. So let's check it out. Aaron. So what we have here is a conversation that I had with A.A. Ron. Again, like I mentioned, the video is deleted. But still let me see the comments that I did leave in the little back and forth that we had. So I will try and read off what was shared and recall what I remember the whole back and forth was. If it's not all visible, it might be visible here. It's not on my phone. So the first comment that I left was, what is faith? In the video, he mentions that faith is manifested by works. Cool. What is faith? I'm like, that's what I've drawn from the words from your words. Like, did I miss the actual definition that you gave? To which you gave me likes. He always gives likes to the comments that you leave. He retorts with Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. I'm like, okay, I'm familiar with that verse, so that sounds like trust. So what's the difference? If faith and trust are the same thing, then why don't you just say trust? And if they're not the same thing, then where is the difference? Where does the difference come in? It's not a question I just asked to him. I asked it to other people too, and I never really get satisfactory answers. But continue on. This is what that's not really the funny part to it. So he responds, then it is definitely trust. Now, for example, if you trust something, your works would show it. For example, Abraham was going to sacrifice his son because he wrote here, I found this real funny. He wrote he was going to sacrifice his son because he trusted that God was going to raise him again. I was like, maybe I read the story wrong. So I went back and read the Abraham and Isaac, or Abraham sacrificing his son story over again, only to realize that at no point in time does it in there say that he thought his son was going to be resurrected. It's like, to me, that story brings up the question of, why did you think that your God wanted you to actually kill your kid? Not anything necessarily about the resurrection part, but he seemed to add that element in. So he had said that faith is synonymous with trust, and he was mentioning how the whole Isaac was sacrificing his son because he thought he was going to get resurrected. I was like, that's nowhere in the story, but maybe you can show me where. So he also followed up with, sure, we could say that trust implies action, because I had said that him saying that faith implies action, or he had said that faith implies action. So I was like, well, trust can imply action also, and faith doesn't always, the way people use faith doesn't always necessarily imply action. So, but trust can be applied the same exact way, where if I trust something, it's still going to imply me to act in a particular way. But this is where the funny part came in, where he responded with, the show we can say that faith implies action with that trust as we just discussed. And then he says, hey, it's nice to see you again. Are you a believer or still agnostic? Also, he went in to give me another example of something, but I don't think it even applied. I found that part funny, because what does this question have to do with anything? I just listened to another conversation with Skylar and Darth Dawkins. Skylar Fiction and Darth Dawkins is two YouTubers, and it's something similar where it's like they were having a conversation and you're throwing comments that have nothing to do with the combo. So yeah, I found that funny. I'm like, why are you bringing up me being an agnostic? But I was like, whatever. I was like, I'm agnostic, yes. I'm an atheist in regards to Christianity because I don't believe in a Christian God, but I'm agnostic. And he's like, oh, okay. So if you're an atheist to my God, why the questions? It's pointless to discuss if there is no openness on your hand. And I'm like, I don't get where you're getting from being an atheist to your God means I'm not open to anything that you have to say. It's like, I don't know where you're pulling that from. It's wrong because I'm asking questions considering I am interested in the answers and open to being corrected on something that I'm wrong on. So to jump to, I'm not open, strange on your part. Well, yeah, I don't remember exactly what my reply was, but he comments back to me, or I guess I said that because I was interested and that's why I asked the question, and it's a question. He's like, there's not a point. This is what atheists hold to. They don't believe, and they don't believe it. An agnostic is open to proof, not an atheist. It was like, but both are. Like the atheists that I know of are largely open to being proven wrong or shown wrong or anything demonstrating that they're wrong. So strange that you're jumping to this conclusion also. And then I said, like, you're going off topic. Like, why don't you just stick to answering what we were talking about in regards to faith? You're going off topic into stuff about atheist and agnostic, and this conversation is nothing about that. So why are we talking about it? To which he replies, definitely on topic due to us mentioning atheist and agnostic earlier. I was like, as I read this, my jaw sort of dropped. I was like, wait, what? Like, when did this us happen with bringing up atheist and agnostic when you are the one that clearly brought it up, which you can all see here. Darn it. Boom. Hey, it's nice to see you again. Are you a believer or still agnostic? This is his question. He brought this up. It has nothing to do with faith. Nothing at all. So why you brought this up and then want to turn around and say it's on topic due to us mentioning it? I don't know. Aaron, I don't know. So are you open to becoming a believer if you find truth in my belief? To which I replied, well, yeah. Like, I have no issue against that. And then that's kind of where our combo ended. And then he deleted his video. I was like, so you still never really answer my question as to what faith is. Made a video about it and still didn't answer it. I question you in the comment section, you don't answer it. You quote the Bible verse that everybody quotes in regards to it, which doesn't describe what faith is. It kind of describes how you use it or how it's applied, but it doesn't really say what it is. Then you misrepresent atheists, kind of implying that I was asking pointless questions because I said that I'm an atheist to your God, so now I shouldn't ask questions, and then turned around and said that you're staying on topic because we brought up atheist and agnostic. Meanwhile,
thank you. Now, Aaron, where are you? Where is Aaron right now? No Aaron, huh?
And threw in a quote about Abraham without ever justifying the Abraham claim. When you go back and read the story, you see nothing about him thinking that God was going to raise his kid from the dead. So I'm not sure where you pulled that from. But I'm supposed to believe what you believe. When you don't explain yourself, and then you're making stuff up that doesn't seem to be there. I had found the combo funny. Was I off? Am I misinterpreting what he wrote? Leave it on you guys to help me out on that one. If you enjoyed, have a good one. Peace.